Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Christmas special of the Mr. Bennet Show. Today we have my daughter, Lizzie Bennet.
Hello, everybody.
And the renowned Lady Catherine. And today we'll be discussing on the reasons why Miss Catherine over here, or Lady Catherine, I should say, believes that
Lady Catherine.
my daughter isn't good enough for her beloved nephew, Darcy.
Well, she's not.
And welcome back to the Mr. Bennet Show. As I was saying before, Lady Catherine over here thinks that my daughter isn't good enough for her nephew, Mr. Darcy.
And so I do.
And I want you, Lady Catherine, to explain to me why she isn't good enough.
Alright. Not so hasty, if you please. I have by no means done. To the objections I have already urged, I have still another to add. I am no stranger to the particulars of your youngest sister's infamous elopement. I know it all. That young man's marrying her was a patched-up business at the expense of your father, you, and uncles. And is such a girl to be my nephew's sister? Is her husband, is the son of his late father's steward, to be his brother? Heaven and earth, of what are you thinking? Are the shades of Pemberley to be thus polluted?
Alright, well, honestly, I think it's a bit of a hyperbole what you're saying. You're kind of blowing this out of proportion, making it a bigger deal.
You really
Hold
are.
on, we'll get a chance to talk.
But Daddy!
Yeah, no, let the woman speak, alright?
Do
Let
you
her
see the
fight
way
her
your daughter
case.
is?
Well, first of all, I think it's a little ironic that you're over here making fun of my daughter, right, when your dear Darcy's sister eloped with Mr. Wickham, and we all know how that turned out, right?
Badly.
You're arrogant.
Just
You
saying,
mentioned
just
that.
saying, right?
That
all right?
is not supposed to be
Just
spoken
saying.
of.
You think,
No.
You think,
No.
hold on now, it's my show, right? It's my show. You think,
Should be taken away from you.
oh, alright, let's not go there, right? Let's not go there. You upper class people, right?
Yes,
you think
we are
you
the
could
upper class, keep in
No.
mind.
You think you could just run around doing whatever you please and not have any repercussions. Because, you think you're morally superior.
Well, we are, and we can. So, why not?
Why not? Because we're good people right here.
There's absolutely no reason.
She said
Good
it.
people does not mean your class allows you to do that. You should just do what you're told.
Do what our oh, because you're women of reason, right? Because they have
Yes.
they have
Then what
to
is your
follow
reason?
everything. Oh, no
I don't have to
response.
answer to you.
No response.
I guess
That's
we won
what
that
I
one.
thought. That's exactly what I thought. Good.
For heaven's sake, look at the way your daughter is dressed. What are you even wearing?
I mean, what's wrong with that?
Seriously? She's wearing a wife beater with pearls. You only think that you're classy.
She has swag.
One time, I even remember Mr. Collins telling me,
Lady Catherine is far from requiring that elegance of dress in which becomes herself and her daughter. I would advise you merely to put on whatever your clothes is superior to the rest. There is no occasion for anything more. Lady Catherine will not think the worse for you to fix simply dressed. She likes to have the distinction of mark preserved. Now, I will make it rain.
can you even believe that? How? I'm just taken aback. You call yourself the upper class, but you're not even classy. You have to have me dress lower than you are? That's just absolutely ridiculous.
Oh dear. Even if you tried to look nicer than me, you couldn't. Let's be real.
That you have to point it out that everyone has to dress worse than you. I mean, shouldn't you just naturally do
I
these
never
things? Isn't
said
that a little
that.
ironic?
I never said
I don't
that.
like your condescending tone.
Cut.
You have no regard, then, for the honor and credit of my nephew? unfeeling, selfish girl. Do you not consider that a connection with you must disgrace him in the eyes of everybody? You are then resolved to have him?
I don't even know what to say. Your tone is just so quarrelsome, so haughty, so just argumentary.
I don't mean to be haughty and supercilious, but it is the truth that I am better than you. You know, I am sorry that my class, my social distinction has such a strain on our relationship. But it is not my fault. It is yours.
I mean, it sounds a lot like my wife, so I find this quite humorous.
Another reason why the connection to you would be just awful.
Hey, let's tone it down a little bit. We're getting a little bit harsh, alright?
Just speaking my mind, like a reasonable lady.
Really then, a reasonable lady? You call yourself a reasonable lady?
I am a reasonable lady. You refuse then to oblige me. You refuse to obey the claims of duty, honor, and gratitude. You are determined to ruin him in the opinion of all his friends, and make him the contempt of the world.
Really? Contempt of the world? Oh my goodness. Again with your overstatements. He will not be the contempt of the world, okay? And if he is, it is because of his prideful nature.
My nephew is not more prideful than he should be. At least he's not vain like you are.
Anyway, and in addition, your anaphora of you will refuse to obey just emphasizes how accusatory you are.
I am accusing you. I thought that much was clear.
Well, you are just so critical.
It is my viewpoint, as you know, that the lower classes should simply obey the upper class. You know, it is the duty, honor, and gratitude that you should do to spare Darcy the embarrassment of being with you. That's what the lower class ought to do.
Neither duty, nor honor, nor gratitude have any possible claim on me in the present instance. No principle of either would be violated in my marriage with Mr. Darcy. And with regard to the resentment of his family, or the indignation of the world, if the former were excited by his marrying me, it would not give me one moment's concern, and the world in general would have too much sense to join in on his form.
Young lady, do you mean to say that if his family hates you, you wouldn't care?
Of course. I don't have to just subscribe to some other people's qualities or standards like you upper class people do.
You are supposed to follow those standards. You know what? Your forthright, didactic tone insults me. Do you mean to make social commentary on the world? That they have too much sense to be in your petty affairs? Is that what you're trying to say?
No, absolutely not. The rest of the world is much too sensible to join in with you and your upper class folks. And that is my social commentary.
Think what you want. I've already assumed that you're not a reasonable lady.
And unfortunately, we don't have any more time, and while this is part of my life, and I have to deal with these two.
And I have to deal with these two.
Okay,
You've
had your 15 minutes, alright. You know, social class distinction will probably always have a strain on these two relationship, and you know, we'll never know though. But for the meantime, stay classy, San Diego. I'm Ron Bennet.